Hi everybody, it's Melissa Whitaker here. Listen, I was actively doing all my action items today and I realized we're already halfway through October. Can you believe that? So we are in the last quarter of this year of 2019 and it is racing by already. So I wanted to take a moment to record this quick video just to give you some reminders on some sales tips that we go over for those of you who work with me or watch our videos. Something as a really great reminder to finish the year strong. Now, keep in mind, it's last quarter, but a lot can happen in last quarter. Remember, not only can we finish off really strong during this particular time, but we can also set ourselves up for a jump start for next year. So both things are possible, right? Now, the quick tip I want to remind you about today is what we call the combination approach. And what I mean by that is when we're prospecting and speaking to or looking for our ideal clients, we want to make sure that we reach out in multiple ways when we're making, whether they are cold calls or warm calls or just looking to have conversations. We need to use a combination approach. So those of you who know what I'm talking about, it should ring a bell, right? Now, those of you who are listening today, maybe you're listening for the first time. So let me explain to you what a combination approach means. So in today's world, we have found, because it's so busy with social media, texting, messaging, emails, phone calls, all kinds of avenues of how we can reach out and be reached. We're finding that when we are prospecting, we need to make sure that we use what we call either a three-pronged approach or at least a combination approach every time we reach out to the people that we want to speak with. What does that look like? It could mean that we make a phone call, we don't get a hold of them, we leave a strategic voicemail, then we follow up with an email, and we may send them a message on LinkedIn, or we may send them a message on some kind of social media platform, or we may, in some cases, for some of you, you may be sending a text. I know, this is the world we live in. But the goal here is that you're reaching out in multiple different ways, all together for really good frequency and for the best way to make contact. And why do I want to talk to you about this today? Because gang, here's the thing we have found. We don't know how our prospects want to communicate with us. You understand? It's not about us, it's about them. So I work with sales professionals all the time and even sales managers who say, what's the big deal about this combination approach you talk about, Melissa? And I said, here's the thing. I've worked with sales professionals who will phone call and phone call and phone call. Or I have some who will do email upon email upon email. I have some people who are only on social media, right? And I wonder why they're not connecting with enough people. And I'm here to remind you that again, it's not about how we want to communicate with them, it's how they want us to communicate with them. And we don't know. We have no idea what that is. Now, it doesn't mean that they're only going to communicate with us one way forever. It just means that the very first time they're either speaking with us or maybe the first time in a long time or sometime, maybe they haven't spoken to us in a while. They have a preferred method of how they want to do that. And then as we start to build a relationship or refresh the relationship, they're going to probably want to talk to us in multiple different ways. But the key thing here is let's have a higher increase in conversion rates. Let's have a higher connection rate of reaching people so that we can actually have some amazing conversations. And what we have found, and the statistics we constantly are tracking, is that we need to do what's called a combination approach, or sometimes we call it the three-pronged approach. So that's my tip for you today. Fast, simple, and easy. Make sure you're using a combination approach of some way every time you reach out to each person, and watch how many more connections you make, and watch how many key conversations then you have, and then it's amazing how your sales increase dramatically. So that's my tip. Hope you're having a great day. Make it happen.